we're back another day in the studio on the grind. Got to play around this weekend just with the new swing. I kind of went against one of my cardinal rules, which was going to be, I wasn't going to play around till like March while I'm grinding. But you get the call from the buddies, the bros, and you can't say no. You just got to play. Rocking my oversized Breezy hoodie. Huge fan. If I had money, I'd buy one of all of their hoodies. They really are the best. Pretty comfortable hoodie. So today, kind of working on the same stuff as last time. Like I said, I am incorporating some takeaway stuff into it as well. Did come out with a lot of good things from my round that I played over the weekend. Not my best scores, like an 86. Not one of my good scores, but just like, for someone who's like has a million thoughts in their head because they're redoing everything, nothing's comfortable. I was pretty surprised with it. Hit a lot of good shots. So we're gonna get in here, just gonna kind of grind some more of that out, work on the takeaway stuff a little bit more, and just kind of talk you guys through it. A lot of the things you're seeing are, I started playing golf in the beginning of 2021, maybe the very end of 2020. Not really seriously, just a couple times 2020 really during COVID, and then I kind of started, playing a lot more in 2021. I got my first set of clubs in 2021 when I graduated college as a gift from my family. So I've had since that year, I've probably had about 2 lessons, like one a year. Like one my first year and one my second year. So not a lot of instruction, a lot of stuff I know is mostly self-taught just from reading books and watching YouTube and things like that, but just kind of watching professionals and studying that kind of stuff, because that's just kind of how I am. I'm really weird about that. Like I like to study stuff and read a lot. So a lot of things are self-taught and just kind of been working through stuff the last few years. I'm sure I could have progressed a lot more through lessons. I still kind of have that kind of money on me. I'd be able to do that. Like I said, I was a teacher, so I didn't really have enough money to spend on that kind of stuff. But I'm happy with where we're at the moment. All right, so we're gonna hit a couple shots just to kind of get warm today. That's pretty good. I'm gonna try to be better about not going to get the ball like I just did again. But yeah, so we're kind of feeling some new things with the takeaway. Before in the last video, I'm sure you saw that my takeaway is super inside. And that causes a lot of issues. And I'm the downswing stuff is slowly becoming more comfortable, just my back to target, really trying to swing out to the right is becoming more natural now, which has been really, really good. The only time it doesn't is like my long cut, my 3-wood and stuff. I get nervous, probably because of my inside takeaway, that I can't get there in time. So then what caused me to kind of come over the top and kind of ruin it all. But some things with the takeaway that have been really, really big on making sure that I'm not coming inside has kind of been this concept I've been seeing a lot of, on the takeaway. The lower hands can kind of bring the club up, and high hands kind of bring it around. So when I have my takeaway, my hands are kind of up high on the takeaway, then I can get it to here, but eventually on that swing, I'm going to come across sideways. You can see it right here. If it's high, I'm going to come around, and then it's eventually going to come sideways. But if I can work on my takeaway, getting my hands low, then it kind of comes over here, and then I can turn, rotate, bring it down, swing out to the right. So that's kind of what I'm working on today, is that takeaway aspect, and kind of putting it all together. Because the other day I actually hit my driver for the first time in a long time, incorporating a lot of this stuff, and I was very surprised with how much more repeatable everything seemed to be. So I'm really happy about that. The only things that I haven't worked on much are just short game stuff, which is huge. But another day for that, and just the comfortability started to come in, like just the idea that I can tell you about right at impact if it's a good shot or not. I gotta start. I've gotten really lazy now. I would encourage anyone who's doing this kind of stuff to understand this, but I've gotten really lazy about aiming. I'm just kind of so focused right now on just the swing that I really haven't even been looking at setup or anything like that, which is kind of a big deal, because that's really one thing I noticed about my round was that I was hitting some really good shots, but they were just just right of the green, left of the green, just not at the pin like I wanted them to be, because I just haven't really been working on any of that. Delicious Casey's coffee, by the way. So that kind of something I really need to be starting focusing on right now. In the simulator, it's really hard to do. But I used to have a really good routine. I would start legs together, look at the target, spread the legs, maybe give a little, kind of open them up a little bit. And then I would look down the ball, make sure my shoulders match my target, look down, and then that time, ready to go, So it's really, really important to have that kind of repeatable stuff, and I get that. So yeah, that's kind of been some of the weirdest part about all of this is that, especially in the job that I'm doing, there's only like a few types of people. There's people like me who are new to golf, and they've kind of just accepted I'm new to golf and I like it, and that's it. I want to be okay at, the people who they want to be okay at it, and they want to play and stuff, but they're okay with being just like new to it, and that's pretty much good with them. But then there's people like, that have been playing for a long time. They're good, like it's so normal and natural part of their life, playing in tournaments, whatever. And they're chasing the same kind of road that I'm chasing with, whether it be being a fitter or being a part of the PGA in some way, whether it being, like a club pro or something like that, an instructional person. They're all chasing that, and they've had just years of it being in their life. And then there's like this very microscopic amount of people, I haven't met many yet, except through like the internet, that are like, in their mid-20s, maybe their 30s. They just started picking up golf late in life, and now all of a sudden they've done a major career change. So I know I have a lot going against me in that, because a lot of these people who are doing this job that I'm wanting to work towards, a lot of them, this is their life. They've known this, they're already good. They decided I want to do PGA stuff, and they're already good enough to pass a PAT. When right now, like, that's my main thing. I'm not worried about the schooling stuff. I like school, I like studying, I don't mind that stuff. It's the playing part that I struggle with when it comes to confidence of getting to that level. So it's just kind of, I'm super jealous of a lot of these people because they just show up and, they've been doing it for years, and they're in the same world I am, and they have years of a head start. But I'm trying not to let that, discourage me in any way, because, I just kind of think at the same time, that's also what excites me the most about it, is I'm kind of trying to attempt something that, people think is difficult, and that kind of excites me more about it. Before I just wanted to be a good golfer, and that was just like, how can I be a good golfer with such a short head start? It's going to be my 30s before I'm any decent. And now it's like I'm trying to take it to a new level. Like, I don't just be good at golf. Like, I want this to be my world now. I want to be in that world, and I'm going to need to try to do it in a small amount of time. So that's kind of where I'm at mentally with everything going on. But the swing's feeling really, really good. I'm still working on the takeaway, still working on finishing out to the right, all that stuff. It's all starting to come together pretty good. So hopefully by the next video, we'll do a little bit more swing stuff and a little bit more talking stuff. Because right now I'm just trying to get you to figure out who I am and why, once again, I gave up everything I knew, everything of stability, and did everything that Dave Ramsey would tell you not to do. Because Dave Ramsey, I don't know what it is, you're a great guy, you have a lot of wisdom, but for some reason when you say to do stuff, I don't want to do it.